Bracken.
Gypsy.
Farts.
Zapate. Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted?
Ah,
Well, good Wednesday.
Wednesday. How do I a W?
I've got-
Wednesday.
I've gotten out of the habit of saying good morning because it's not morning for everybody. It's weird how the world works.
That's true.
Hello, beautiful people. Bracken, Gypsy, Deadweight Nate, Violetta, Philip, the Torque Master in
Torque Master.
You guys, we also got Jinjee in his
Yeah.
spot today.
Very
in the
rare.
bagarino. Look at that.
How sweet.
Hello, I'm in my bag
What a
today.
cute little boy.
Frickin' Jinjee. How are you guys all doing this morning? We slept in a little bit.
We did. I don't remember purchasing.
How are you all doing? I know I said that already once. We woke up a little late.
Yeah, slept in.
It's rainy and
Yeah.
cold.
It's not actually. It's not cold out. I went out this morning. It felt nice. It's just like wet.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Did it rain or is it just dewy?
No, it rained. It definitely.
Is there a bunch of dewy
Because
everywhere?
around 3
You
a.m.
fucking what? Cryo?
Hello. Around 3 a.m. I closed the window a little bit because it started to rain, and I didn't want any rain coming in the window.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. This must be science at somewhere, but I sometimes when I lay on my side, one of my nostrils gets really like plugged up.
It's because it drains from one to the other. Didn't you? One of my favorite things to do when I have like a little bit of like I'm stuffed up and I can feel it is like you lay on one side, you lay on the side that is not this. So like if this side is really stuffed up, you lay on this side and then you like tap like right in here or like right here and you
Yeah.
can feel it draining to the other side. It's kind of fun.
So I don't know. I do a lot of like acupressure on myself. Just it's like an anxiety comfort thing. And I mean I have a lot of pain and inflammation, and the one that helps with my sinuses is right here. You kind of like push it or you tap it between your eyebrows while holding your tongue up against the roof of your mouth. And then after like several seconds, you'll feel that little phalange between your like nose and
Am I
throat
doing it right?
like loosen. So just try and push and hold it, not like hard, but and then push your tongue up against the roof of your mouth, as much of your tongue on the roof of your mouth as possible. Hey Jason,
It feels weird.
did you just do it, Blev? Yeah, so if you like you want to try and like flatten your tongue onto the top of your mouth and hold this, and you'll feel that gross sensation of everything going down the back of your throat.
I saw the fly. I see the fly.
Fly attack season.
Oh my god. I don't want to kill it on Sailor Moon's tit though.
Sailor Moon's tits gotta take a whapping.
No, I'm gonna move it. It's somewhere else now.
So that is also supposed to help kind of calm your heart rate because when your sinuses are slightly plugged, your heart rate actually goes up slightly. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I read a lot of shit. Anything that'll help me I'm like, oh, I could use this in a time of panic. And then I'm panicking. I'm like, I have no idea what to do right now. Krissy, hold my hand and pick my nose for me. Hi, Sailor Mars. Hi, Sailor Mercury. Hi, Sailor Moon. Ooh.
I love Sailor Moon.
I do my best to try and... You guys, I was thinking we probably have to get a actual leaf rake.
Yeah. Oh.
That thing is kind of broken.
Oh. But we have like thatching rakes and other rakes.
Yeah, but that's like, that would be really hard they just dig into the ground with their tines. So they'd be like, you know, like a mega workout to rake leaves.
Why
with
do we
like
need to rake the leaves?
Well, because they
they're good.
Well, what happens is the snow falls on them, and then it like makes this. I guess I could just like mow them.
Yeah, and it becomes like mulchy food for the grass.
But your mom's coming out, and maybe she wants to rake the yard. And we can sit upstairs and watch her from the top window.
I'm not gonna make a 74-year-old woman with like a fake hip and a fake knee rake leaves.
We'll stand on top of the camper in lawn chairs, and we'll just huck hot pennies at her.
We've
and be
never raked the leaves before. Why on earth would we start now?
I feel like
raking is don't rake. Raking, your grass needs the bio fuel.
Yeah, but like, if you run the mower over it
mulches it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just figured
last
year we had the excuse to not do it because.
But yeah, it turned out fine.
Well, I don't know. I guess I see all these leaves and I'm like.
Yeah, but we live in nature.
Nature.
We don't live in no city. Who are we trying to impress?
The leaf police.
There ain't none of those out here.
All of the leaf Pokemon get upset. Also, if you notice any differences in the quality or the sound or anything today, I did change a couple things up. If you see any stuttering or anything, just let me know. I noticed when we were listening, our Starlink went out for about a half hour
yesterday
or 45 minutes. It was fucking hilarious because I went to Reddit, like r/Starlink on my cellular data. And the first comment is, I love when there's an outage. We all meet here like a family to talk about what's happening. Hi from Cincinnati, or hi from Ohio. Yeah. And someone's like, hi from Winnipeg. Yeah. Or like, hi from Ontario. Yeah, it was so funny. I didn't say anything. You guys go blurry every once in a while, but otherwise you're fine. Yeah, you gals are tad quiet though. Yeah,
guys, you didn't write gals. You guys.
Oh, GAIS.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, my eyes are dry. Cut me some slack.
My eyes are dry.
I did. So I noticed that we were kind of like peaking a bit, so that's the only reason I turned the gain down a bit. But okay. Okay, all right. If we go blurry, I mean, it's Starlink.
It's true.
Which, I mean, if you
blame Elon Musk.
You guys want to fight about it?
Blame Technomechanicus.
Technomechanicus, you guys want to fight me? I'll sick my friend on you. Jabeson. Your eyes are dry?
That's why you're quiet.
Yeah, it's all part of the function. It's an ear, nose, eyes, and throat doctor. I'm just kidding. No, I couldn't read what you wrote because my eyes are dry and the small text kind of makes me like, sometimes the video cuts out a bit.
You have friends.
But Evan. It did happen before. Okay. You have friends, Evan. Yeah, all of you bots, all the bots that we've paid to be here. I'm just kidding. I peeked what you talked about yesterday, so I'm not behind on gossip. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think we talked a lot about like Danny Masterson yesterday.
Well, I guess we could talk about that evolution.
Talk about that a little bit more.
Slight evolution.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that I don't want the strike to end because Hollywood should be disbanded and removed because they've all lost their goddamn minds.
The question is just like, why are so many celebrities involved in Scientology? That would be an interesting thesis.
Well, yeah. So Taryn Manning.
I think she's a Scientologist. I'm
actually,
not
I looked
sure.
it up, and I don't believe she is.
Oh,
Same thing with the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
no, but they have gone to events and been but it's
Yeah.
probably that hobnobbing shit.
Yeah,
right?
they've been photographed at Scientology
Yeah.
events, and it's probably more like
Where
a,
you would
hey,
never-
invest
yeah.
in my company.
You would never speak out against it, and you would never really join it. It's just like a way to like meet people.
Yeah, so
Like a lot of people treat church like that in general.
little bit of change.
Yeah.
The this person, Taryn Manning, I heard she's been in
I've seen her in lots of stuff.
quite a few things,
Tons of shit.
but her biggest thing now is what is it? Orange is the New Black. So this video is quite odd. I don't know what spurred it specifically, but she talks. She
Like,
comes
one of
out.
those things where it's like, since I've already been like humiliated, and you
So she talks about how she's been made fun of for having a lisp, and people think she's on drugs or drunk all the time.
I don't know what that has to do with Danny Masterson, though.
So she feels like persecuted, but it's just her lisp, and she's 80% deaf. So who are you? What have you done for the world today?
Oh, because Danny Masterson kept people off drugs, so that's what he's
Yeah.
done
So
for the world.
then
Okay.
she kind of.
But he also, like, gave the women drugs that he R-worded so that he could easily R-word them. So, I mean...
I've always stood for, that I was hiding secretly, that there's no human on this planet that doesn't deserve to have the best life and to be happy and free. Because
But he took away the best lives of other women by R-wording them.
Yeah. So she's like, everyone on this planet deserves to live their best life.
So now he's experiencing the karma of his actions. And very fortunately for him, he gets to experience it in this lifetime. I will say, if he had been convicted of it and charged with 30 years in prison when it actually happened, he would have only been about 7 years away from getting out of prison at this moment in time. But because he allowed the church to help him cover it up for so long, he'll now be in prison till he's 77 years old, and I don't feel fucking bad for him whatsoever.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing. We didn't specifically go through what each person has, and when they were on the stand, what they said happened.
Yeah.
But some of the things we've heard are quite vile, right?
Mhm.
And it's not like, none of it's normal, but he's fucked up. So to say that his only good trait is he didn't get people on drugs while drugging people.
And what moralistic positioning too, right? To be like, well, he didn't do hard drugs and he kept people off drugs, versus he made a mistake by hey, did he accidentally slip and fall and his dick fell in these women? What the hell? Whoops.
So Gypsy Danger feels bad for Taryn Manning, and up to this point, the video is fine. She's just saying people have come after me and made fun of me relentlessly for something that, this is how I talk. And then she says, everyone deserves to get to live their best life because you're made in the eyes of the Lord. And then she says this stuff.
Lord, made perfectly just the way you are. And the fact that people want to just tear us all down, even with my friend Danny going to prison for 30 years. Yeah, he made a mistake, but everyone just keep going. Just keep crucifying him as if he's not already suffering. He gets it. He got it. Leave him alone. Leave me alone. Leave people alone. Who are you? Who are you?
It's
What did you do today to change the world, huh?
we sure as hell didn't.
I didn't rape anybody.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
So basically, that's what she does for the remaining 10 seconds of the video. But it's how the... It's the exact same thing that people are saying about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. It's selective ignorance. Mm-hmm. How do you know that there's child trafficking and people sold into human trafficking, and then say, oh, but my friend did this a while ago, and he should be a father to his daughter.
It's a mistake. Like, whoops, he fell on a banana peel and his dick accidentally ended up in these women. Like, I don't get it.
And like Mark said, he watched the Jimmy Seville thing. Well,
Yeah,
I think we
same
watched
shit.
that too.
Yeah.
So let's like, how much is entertainment worth? Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Danny Masterson. I mean, right now.
Oh, there's so many.
Like, you name the list. Kevin Spacey. Did I say Kevin Spacey?
No, you didn't.
There's just a whole fuckload of them, and like,
Army Hammer.
Yeah,
Bill
is
Cosby.
any of the shit you've watched in the last like 10 years good enough to justify them getting like any money?
Any rock band from the 60s to 90s.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Well, and what's really funny to me is some of the people who didn't write letters of support. One of them is Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you part of the reason why he didn't write a character letter is because some of the shit about him would have been drudged up. Like, how about the whole fact that he dated Lindsay Lohan when she was underage? And there's like a bunch of other
I read an article that Howard Stern said his interview with Wilder Valderrama was one of the most disturbing interviews he's had.
Yeah,
And
Howard Stern.
Howard fucking Stern.
He's fucking gross. He's a pig.
He found out like 15 minutes into a phone call that he was talking to a literal serial killer once. And Wilder Valderrama's on that list.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about all the young girls that he preyed upon, and one of which was, I think, Demi Lovato at 17 years old. So when you look at the people that were on that cast of that 70s show, like you said, everyone hated Topher Grace and thought he was the prick.
For not
but
hanging
he
out
was
with
like,
them.
this is why I didn't hang out with these fucking people.
Although I will say good on Laura Prepon, the lady who played Donna. Apparently she has stepped back from Scientology recently, so that's good. That's good.
I mean, my fucking word. I don't understand.
I have to wonder what happened to her necessarily that caused her to take a look. Because, like, you think of Leah Remini, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was a culmination of events that led Leah Remini to leaving the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, and we watched. Oh
yeah, we watched her whole docu-series. Very good.
I think there's still more, but we stopped after a couple seasons because, I mean, like...
I love watching cult shit. We actually found, like, a new channel yesterday on YouTube where this lady, like, interviews people who have left cults. And we watched one yesterday where she was interviewing this lady who left the Holdeman Mennonites, and the Holdeman Mennonites are a little bit culty, it seems. For her situation, I think her dad was an abusive piece of shit, so that made her experience doubly worse. But
sorry, that was from the deep.
Oh my god, I love like learning about high control groups. Actually, so funny, like, so the town we live by, there's a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I guess there was a Jehovah's Witness in our little neck of the woods the other day, and they went to our neighbors and she warned us, hey, the JWs are in town, but they never came by our place, and I'm so disappointed. I was so eager prepared for confrontation with the JWs.
With the J Dubs. Sorry.
To tell them they belong to a high control religious cult.
Hi, silly boy. Try and find what that channel. Do you remember what that channel's called?
Oh, just look in our history.
Yeah.
When you speak to them, please tell me they ruined my life growing up.
Cha.
We're just gonna find the name of that channel for you, Violetta. But yeah, it was really good. I think we watched 2 of her interviews yesterday.
Take care, Gypsy. Thanks for hanging out.
I think you have to go to see all at the top there.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm being anxious.
I can do it.
I got a lump in me throat. It creates an anxious feeling. Not a lot till you have, man. We were just talking about Ashton Kutcher and the what's his name?
The channel is called Cults to Consciousness. Here, I'll post the link.
I didn't know you were in the
JWs?
Yeah, the Jehovah Witnesses levity. Sorry, I just gotta stand up for a moment.
This is the ladies' channel. We listened to the expert witness who helped take down Danny Masterson. And I'm pretty sure I've seen that lady on Leah Remini's docuseries. She looks very, very familiar to me. And then we also listened to the other we listened to the one about the Holden Mennonites.
Sorry, knocked over the mic.
And I just thought that would be interesting to us. Well, me, because my mom is Mennonite, but not like... So the Holdeman Mennonites, I would refer to them as Old Order Mennonites. And my family is not that, but I just find it really interesting.
Sorry, it usually sits here.
Oh, sorry.
It kind of keeps falling. Yeah, I was raised Catholic, but like luckily my parents had started to kind of like they were doing it more habitually than spiritually. So by the time me and my siblings and cousins came about, it was kind of like, we're only going so your grandparents don't give a shit for not going.
That was not my experience with church.
And then once all the kids started to kind of get a little more rambunctious, our grandparents basically said, stop bringing your kids, you're embarrassing us.
I have to be honest, I'm really glad that I had Mark as an older brother in regards to being like a guiding light to be like, Christianity's bullshit.
I don't know.
Embrace the alternative.
I honestly, it just didn't, like, I heard all of the stuff. It just didn't,
Well, yeah, I was deeply, sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this, I was deeply resentful for religion being shoved down my throat the way it was. Especially at the extent that I had to, like, hide aspects of my personality because the things I was interested in were considered demonic and evil. Like Harry Potter and anime.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I couldn't, there's just part of me who can't reconcile with being told, like, stand here, do this, hold your hands like that, or else God will be mad. It's like, what are you talking about? Why would God be mad at that? Why the fuck would he even care?
I was, so my upbringing was interesting because my mom was raised Mennonite, not Old Order Mennonite, but like, I don't know, farmer, living on the farm Mennonite. And then she kind of like left the church for a long period of time. And then after she divorced my dad, she went through a period of like needing to find faith again. And so we went to a bunch of different churches until she fell on a Pentecostal church. And I got to see all, like, you know, the crazy shit where they, you know, did the speaking in tongues, like glossolalia, and like attempting at faith healing, like laying of hands on prayer on a person to, like, they tried so hard to heal my mom's body, her fucking back and knees, but I mean, it never worked.
Yeah, my mom gets mad at, because I have a very, you know, we do have our own beliefs system religiously, but it's not necessarily one particular set of rules. And my mom, you know, laughs at the jokes. My grandma does not.
I want to make stigmata cookies so bad. They're like jams that are in the shape of hands.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great for Easter.
Yeah, I remember when those came out. It was like, because I went to a Catholic school, and it was kind of like, oh, look at this picture of these cookies. Hey.
I think this is just so fucking funny.
They're stigmata cookies.
Stigmata cookies.
This one actually looks
Perfect
more like
for
a
Easter.
Hamza.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Isn't that what they call it? A Hamza? Hamza?
Yeah, Z-A.
This thing? No,
Yeah.
maybe not.
No,
With the I in it.
oh, it's
Oh.
gonna...
If you're looking...
I would maybe put Hamza hand.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was that man was a religious symbol in himself. Am I right?
Mark said, yeah, I had a church phase I took seriously. Me too. I was dating a guy in university who was going to Bible college, so I tried to go to, be good church going to. It was weird. It was a Calvinist church. Calvinism believes in predestination. And what really made me stop going to that church was, and I'm certain I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because it was just so fucking weird. So he was talking about, the youth pastor was giving a church service. And he was talking about how men and women are made for each other. And the reason that we know this is because inside of the woman, there is a flap that breaks the first time a man and woman make love. And I'm sitting there and I was like, holy fucking shit, this man is talking about the hymen. This is so weird.
No, it's like an eardrum.
And I think that was like the last time I ever went to church.
No, it's like an eardrum. I don't
So
remember that
weird.
in
I
church.
hated it so much.
My grandma she would get so mad at us because, so like halfway through the church, like basically the main things that I knew about church is it was an hour long.
Hymens in their booty.
In their bussy.
The bussy.
I got distracted. Yeah, and honestly, most people do join religion for somebody else. Think of how many people convert and get baptized and all that kind of shit. But like, I knew in church what happened according to what time it was. So like, because we never didn't want it to be there. So it's like, okay, at say 9:15, they do this set of hymns or whatever, and then at 9:30, all the people under the age of 10 go to the basement. Okay, it was like a big like hall, like a big, if you're having like a wedding, you could have it downstairs where all the tables and chairs were. But they sang a song called "Let the Little Children Come Unto Me." So me and my cousins and stuff would sing it all the time, and she would be like, "You guys are stupid."
Yeah, I will say one good thing church did is it gave me a deep appreciation of Welch's grape juice, because I only ever got it every once in a while during communion, and you got the like little tiniest cups of it, so it was just like the sip of the sweetest grape juice you would ever get. And it's like, oh man, I can't wait till I'm an adult and I can go buy my own bottle of Welch's grape juice.
We got actual wine.
Yeah,
I had like an
Catholic.
allergic reaction.
And you had to like share cups with each other. It was weird.
It made like I flushed out super hard. My face was like blotted with heat zones. And I was like, Jesus is trying to kill
me. It was
me.
like a young child drinking alcohol, and you were getting drunk at
the viral
church
pestilence in my body is being destroyed by Jesus. Yeah, we got wine even while children.
Yeah, no, not in Protestant church. Because in Protestant church, it's all symbolic, right? So Catholics, you believe in transubstantiation, which means that it's magic. So when you eat and consume communion, it literally turns into the blood and body of Christ in your body as you're consuming it. That's what transubstantiation is, what Catholics officially believe. Versus like Protestant faiths, it's all just kind of symbolic. That's why we got Welch's grape juice and Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
And we got to have our own cups. It was quite nice.
That's how transubstantiation works. So yes,
Catholics are cannibals.
So one of the things that actually really deterred me from
this is always watching.
being able to get into the things they were telling me is we did a tour of the rectory. I used to call it the rectory, where the priests hang out and whatever. And they opened this cupboard, and it was full of Jesus crackers, wrapped up just like they
Communion
were,
wafers?
like mass-produced wafers in pre-packaging. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you guys buy this from, like, Church Co.? Like, you
Yeah, no, there's websites or there's stores where you can go buy church supplies in bulk. I know that's where the church I went to growing up got their like little communion cups and shit like that.
Yeah, we toured the rectums of the of our local priests. I don't know. When I was growing up, it was like a 95-year-old man standing at the front, and the choir was a competition of which old ladies could sing louder than each other.
Yeah.
Not better, louder. And it was fucking brutal. And we would watch like TV where people are like having fun and throwing snakes and shit at each other. And we're like, why can't we go to snake church? This is bullshit.
You don't want to go to snake church.
I know,
That's
but when you're a kid, you're like, fucking throw some snakes at me. This is
No.
intolerable.
you don't want to go to snake church.
I don't know. All I know is they made you stand and sit all the time. And if God wanted us to hang out there for a long time, why are the benches, the pews so uncomfortable?
That's to keep you alert. That
Well,
was
it
done
doesn't.
purposely in old churches. The uncomfortable benches.
Yeah.
It's meant to bring you closer to God because you aren't comfortable, and it makes you stay alert during church.
Closer to
Yeah.
God.
I do snake church.
Yeah, snake church is fucking flies.
There. Okay, so theoretically, yeah, it sounds fun, but it is some having. So, I studied the Pentecostal tradition quite heavily in university, and the snake church is part of the Pentecostal tradition, but it's from like one specific Bible that they've like weirdly misinterpreted, where like they believe that God will protect you from the venom of snakes, so they literally just fucking like whip rattlesnakes at each other.
Yeah. I mean, how else do you know if God's real?
I guess. Okay, sure.
Fucking fly.
I'll get it.
It's literally on the preview of OBS in my mouth, and it somehow seems real. Fly! Murder! We're gonna break our TV. There was this one woman that could not sing whatsoever, and you could hear her. Yeah, I know, Jason. It's awful. And there's always the one that thinks that they're in like an opera.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let the little children come unto me. There's only two good songs in how I grew up. One, I mean, Jesus is a Friend of Mine, the absolute banger. And the other one was Awesome God.
Oh yeah. I enjoyed in Bible camp. We used to sing Pharaoh, Pharaoh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That one, 'cause-
baby, let my people go. Ooh, ah, yeah. Which also,
Pharaoh.
funnily enough, there is no archaeological evidence whatsoever that the Egyptians ever enslaved the Jews. There's also zero archaeological evidence whatsoever that they wandered the desert for 40 years, because you know what? If people wandered in a desert for 40 years, they would have dropped shit along the way. You'd be able to find it. But there's none of this supporting it whatso-fucking-ever. So do with that information as you will. Oh, my mom's calling me. Oh, shit. Bonjour.
I do. You understand?
No, we don't need any meat.
Hot meat.
Okay, we're streaming right now. It's just so you're aware.
Hot meat.
Okay, bye. She's like, oh, okay, bye.
Do you guys need any meats? Starlink, did it crash on you guys?
Look at that pretty face. Did you just wink at them as a sausage?
Oh, did you get some of her homemade sausage?
Some of that homemade
Or as
sausage.
it's become known in our family as rubber ham. I don't know why it's because my beloved niece called it rubber ham as a child. Yeah.
You know, sometimes that just It's
So
pretty good.
there is no ham in this recipe. I believe it's all beef. My mom made this delicious ham or sausage recipe growing up. I will say, if you look at it, it looks like a giant fucking turd. Absolutely looks like a giant turd. But it is so good.
delicious turd
And then
eaten.
At some point in my mid-20s, I said to Mom, "Hey Mom, you haven't made the sausage in a really long time.
Hey, Mom.
Can you make the sausage again?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And then it seems like Mark had never had it before. Like she never made it for him growing up, and so now the sausage has become like a huge thing. Yeah, he'll post a pic in Discord.
Did you hear
and we can
that?
show.
The sausage has become a big thing. Hello, the audio. We'll post a pic in Discord.
Yeah, we'll show it on stream when after Mark posts it, because yeah, it is delicious, but straight up looks like a massive turd.
Freaking massive turd, you guys. Freaking massive dump. I'm wobbling my wiener on the screen. How are you doing, audio? I'm just loading up Discord. My mustache is looking great. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. It's hard to get a perfect mustache, and I'm still working on it. It's a never-ending process. While we wait for Marcus Bumblecarcass to put on...
guys. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, bro. Hopefully you're doing good. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change up the article I was about to bring. Because we got ourselves someone who might be able to comment on this one. Someone who might have a little bit of the juice. The spruce moose juice caboose. So, not sure how you guys feel about this one, but watch out on those cheeky nuggets. You might get a surprise.
Definitely not in Canada, because we don't have pennies.
You might get some hot pennies inside of your freaking...
Is this in Honiton?
Your freaking McNuggets. The spruce moose juice caboose loose around the hoose.
Oh, let's watch the poor people scramble for pennies.
So in Ohio, Jefferson County, Wintersville, police were dispatched to a McDonald's at approximately 8 p.m. and took a statement from a customer about finding change/pennies inside their mother trucking nuggets. They found 3 pennies inside their food, said Captain Jason Fabin of the Wintersville PD. Management was made aware of it. We made a case on it. We're continuing to look into it. Management.
New donation from Kofi supporter.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Did Mark post the picture of the sausage yet?
Well, we're not there yet. We'll get to it. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. Look at it. Looked like it was fine, but looked like it was fine. But when they broke it open, you could see the brown object inside of it. It looked like a penny. Jason has 2,000 hours in Starfield. But yeah,
the sausage is up. You know, you hear lots of stories like this of random shit being in McDonald's food. Sometimes I do want, my immediate wonder is like how it's fake. Like that's my immediate assumption. Because
people have easily.
I don't think they make these nuggets on site. I think they come pre-breaded, and you just like dip it in the fryer.
Why did you take a picture in the bathroom? What? What is going on?
This is what the sausage looks like. Like I said, it looks like a massive fucking shit. It tastes really good though. You need to you need to cut it into slices and not think about what it looks like.
I don't know what to tell you.
That is some tasty meat.
I don't know what to tell you about that one. Would you,
What? What's she say? What?
would you put that sausage in your bangers and mash?
No, you slice it up. You cut it thin. You don't just eat it like.
I'm gonna get that off.
You cut thin slices of the sausage.
I got it.
Inside, it's kind of like a nice pink color.
I know it's not
because of like
but...
the curing salts that are used. It's just on the outside it looks brown. It does look like a turd. Absolutely, Violetta. I am not denying the fact that this sausage looks like a turd, but it is some of the best tasting meat you will ever eat.
I don't know. I've seen some weird meats show up in delivery bags.
Like it's actually, so my mom has some friends from like North Korea, and like or sorry, not North Korea, from South Korea. Oh my god, South Korea, not North Korea. Holy fucking shit.
I was about to say,
They
your
are
mom
from-
knows people in
they
the
are from
Hermit
South
Kingdom.
Korea. They are from South Korea, and
New donation from Pluvia Filian. What? 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 What?
Why so slow?
What? 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 What?
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, guys. Sorry, sweetheart.
no, it's fine. I forget what I was talking about.
I actually was too. I just didn't want to you to be competing with it at the same time and none of it being what were we saying? What was Krissy saying?
It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, everybody. I was thinking about weird food that you find in, around places, like maybe you order from Skip the Dishes and the guy is carrying around a 800-year-old mummified corpse.
What? What did you say? What?
Yeah, that's not good. What? So, yeah, this dude. So, a mummified corpse up to 800 years old was found in a food delivery bag in Peru. Authorities in South America, in the South America country, have said photos released by the Directorate of Culture in the southeastern city of Puno show a skeleton in the fetal position laying in a red bag with reflective inner lining. So
I wonder if it was because I know that they used to do a lot of like human sacrifices in that area, right? So I wonder if the body belonged
why do they pose it like this?
I don't fucking know.
Like it's a part of an ad campaign.
The body belongs.
Is this Postmate symbol?
I think so. Pedidos, yeah.
I'm glad we don't have that one. It sleeps in. Whoa. Let me
The
back
one
it up
person said
here.
this Julio Caesar said the body belongs to him.
The body has become.
Body belongs to no one. It is a body. The body belongs.
So they did an interview with Julio Cesar, who said it belongs to him, and he said, "It sleeps in my bedroom with me. There's my bed, the TV set, and next to it, there's Juanita.
So this is how you get
I
ghosts.
take care of it. It's like, if you'll pardon the expression, as if it were my spiritual girlfriend."
I mean, if you were curious how to make like a recipe for ghosts, like you're like, I want to go in my kitchen and cook up a recipe to get ghosts. This is how you do it. This is exactly how you get ghosts in your house.
Scans of later found that the body is in fact that of a male, a Juan, not a Juanita. Oh man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he probably should return that body to where he found it. My thoughts are, because I know
That's how you get a poltergeist.
I know that they used to do a lot of like I said, human sacrifice in the area, where they would basically like give like the person like kind of like a mixture of feel good drugs, and then you go just sit in a cave till you're dead, and your body is like, you're an offering to the gods to make sure that there's good harvests and shit. So I can't help but think that was probably more than likely the cause of this person's death, and this person just found their remains and decided, you're my BFF now.
You're my BFF.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ah, come on.
Like I said, it's not his body. It is no one's body. It belongs to. It should be buried.
I tried to bring up an article from the New York Times, and apparently they want me to pay for it.
Well.
So I was like, okay, well, I'll just fucking search it from a different site.
All right.
So, to carry on wacky news, A man was arrested in New Jersey for dropping green dye into people's pools with a drone. I just thought it was funny because Patrick Spina, 45, Patrick Spina the fifth? Is that what that is?
Or sorry, the fourth.
The fourth was arrested last week when police tracked a drone dropping dye into pools in neighborhoods. So he faces multiple charges of mischief, but I was so curious as to why somebody would do it. People were like, I knew it wasn't green algae because I trained it and cleaned it, but it kept turning green. It was expensive to clean every time. I mean, they're wasting shitloads of water, costing tens of thousands of dollars in maintenance.
Is this just a dude who's jelly that he doesn't have a pool, and so he's just kind of like vandalizing other people's pools?
I guess so. I'm looking for anything that says why. We had a resident who was enjoying his time in the pool and saw a drone over top, and the drone actually dropped something in his pool and it turned green immediately.
It turned out to be sea dye.
It turned out, yeah. Oh, when the drone was holding the green dye at the Quality Inn. I wonder, with this information, police arrested the business owner, Mr. Spina.
Like, this is also how people get drones made illegal.
Oh, yeah. People are always like, they're going to take away your freedoms. Yeah. People take things away.
Shit.
Yeah, when you start abusing shit.
The reason why stupid laws exist is because people do stupid shit. They can't respect other people.
The police brought in people from the Federal Aviation Administration to track the drone back to the business. Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling.
Wow.
Were they hiring him to clean the pools? No.
Well, no, they wouldn't have anything to do with
sea dye.
Yeah, can have a damaging effect on pools.
They are unsure what the motive was.
To be a dick.
Why would you do that?
This kind of reminds me. So, I've mentioned before, when I can't sleep at night, I like to read random stories. My stories on the internet. And I was reading one last night about, like, so these people bought a house, and the house had like a pool in the backyard. And I guess like their neighbor had been friendly with the previous owners, where the previous owners would like let them this person come over and like use their pool. So when they like bought the house, moved in, the neighbor just continued letting himself in the pool, but they had like small kids, and so like the kids were in the backyard, and then like this old man came in and like let himself like into like their backyard and started using the pool, and then like the kids got scared and like ran inside and told their parents, and then like they're like, dude, you can't just come like use our pool all the time. And then he's like, well, like the previous neighbor let me use it. And they're like, that was a previous neighbor, not us. Like, and then after that they just had really difficult time with like the neighbor in general. Like he was always just a fucking dick. And it's like, it's the same kind of thing, like feeling ownership over people's property, or like jealousy that you don't own it.
Yeah, like ruining it for everybody else. I personally just wouldn't be able to get behind knowing that they were wasting water constantly.
Yeah, the children yearn for the mines.
Yeah, children yearn for the mines. Iowa knows it.
Yeah.
I was going to show you guys this article, but I don't know if I want to. It seems sadder than I thought.
Oh.
Someone took pictures of what looks to be like a deer turning purple, but it turns out it's like
wasting disease?
Well, it's a
I don't want to see.
Yeah, it's a disease causing like big purple tumors on its chest and stuff.
Oh, that's sad.
So
no, that's not. I
don't want to read that.
We're
not going to show that. We're going to switch over to a funnier one. A bear known in the local community as Tripod. And no, it's not me. I haven't been to Florida lately. Jordan Eckel, Scotty Scotterson.
Does he have only 3 legs? Oh,
a 3-legged bear named Tripod takes 3 cans of White Claw from a Florida family's backyard.
Aww.
World is about 45 minutes away from Lake Mary, Florida.
Been there, seen it, but this is very real. This is a three-legged bear, had its own party on someone's patio in the Orlando suburb over the weekend. For CBS News Miami,
How are you doing, Jordan?
Oh my god. I've never been this close to a bear.
13-year-old Joseph Diglio was watching TV Sunday. Barking from the family's dog, Bruno clued him in there was something outside.
Oh my god, there's a literal bear in our patio.
This is the hole the bear ripped open to get inside.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd shit my fucking pants.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we see coyotes and we're like,
we hear coyotes.
And we're bigger than them.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone they're a three-legged bear looking for booze.
He went over here to the fridge and got 2 White Claws.
Mango and strawberry, in case you were wondering.
Oh, look, he just opened the door. He's about to take the beer. He's about to take the beer.
And while the bear's ability to open the fridge was pretty cool, it was also kind of concerning.
Once I saw him open the fridge, I got scared that he could open the doors.
Yeah,
like
go lock the doors.
I feel like I gotta lock all the doors.
Yeah, absolutely, you should.
You should be making loud sounds, actually, to scare
But
it.
was ultimately barks from Bruno that scared the bear away.
Aww.
It's part of living where we live, honestly.
Well, and also as we
Alright, so it
encroach
turns out
more and more on their territory,
Well,
of
so-
course they're going to come looking for stuff.
The thing I would highly doubt in nature a bear typically loses an arm and it is allowed to heal.
Unless it was born with.
Oh,
like,
yes.
a leg.
I didn't think of that for some reason. I was thinking that maybe it
Got
had
ripped
been
off somehow?
like gotten out of a habitat or a wildlife habitat or something, but no. Honestly, it's just amazing that out of everything, it went into the beer fridge and stole White Claw.
That's so funny.
Like, did we descend from primates or bears?
Maybe a little bit
Because
of both.
bears are really good at opening trash and refrigerators, and so are humans.
Yeah.
We're the best at it.
Jordan said they have to watch out for bears whenever they go on a walk, and also a chance of cougars. Ugh. Remember there was issues
Like
with
older women?
No. In Moose Jaw, there was issues with cougars in Waccamaw. Remember? There kept people talking about like cougar sightings in Waccamaw.
That's true.
Waccamaw was a park, by the
my
way.
infantile brain is still trying not to make
Stupid cougar jokes, yeah.
But yes, there were real life scary cat cougars.
Big scary cats, yeah.
But would it be scarier to see them or to see these teeny little aliens they're real aliens because they were shown to the Mexican government.
Okay.
So they're real.
Okay, not fake. This isn't like, some weird fish with like a monkey skull attached to it.
It's non-human alien corpses.
Oh.
These are 1,000-year-old non-human remains. So not dinosaur, non-human.
Vamos a presentar dos seres
I just want to
que
see.
fueron recuperados
I'll
en Perú
translate.
en una mina de diatomea.
Under these cloths are real aliens.
Resecados, encontrados
Absolutely
entre las
real.
ciudades de Palpa y de Nazca en 2017, que han sido investigados profundamente tanto por investigadores
Let's talk more alien.
este tema desde el son seres no humanos que no son parte de nuestra evolución terrestre y que después de desaparecer
That one
no
guy's
hay
walking
una
around with an 800-year-old mummy and a skip the dishes bag, and these things are like hermetically sealed in professionally carpentered boxes in glass, and like there's no way.
No, it's so fake. I'm sorry.
There was that one guy a long
so
time ago who had that teeny. It looks like E.T. No way. There's no way. No way.
carbono 14. Estos seres tienen
That is such a funny face.
Look up those like those little mermaid things that used to be sold as like real mermaids, and they were just like fish with monkey heads on them.
Come on. This is a fossilized
E.T. phone home.
It looks like someone took clay and went with their thumb, and they're like, this is a head. This is insane. Doesn't it not look like a mini E.T.?
Yeah, it's an E.T. phone home.
That looks like a fish from the second Dreamcast game. I don't know what that is, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely not an alien. Jinjee flapped his ears.
Oh, it sounded like he farted.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We all know what's happening is that the governments are trying to convince everyone there's aliens so that they can scare us into doing things.
They're gonna like try to mind control us with like a fake alien invasion. Didn't somebody like predict this?
Yeah, everybody says, or like everybody.
Not everybody.
Everybody.
Everyone.
On Ancient Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to see this.
Yeah, this was from like 2018. I remember this guy went around saying, I found an alien in Peru. This was, no, I don't have a National Geographic account.
Jinjee's coughing.
Oh.
Please turn the camera.
Sorry, Jinjee's having a moment of catisms. I'm not starting an account. Everything there's like 1 million sites that broadcast the same shit. This was found in the Atacama Desert in Chile. Genetic analysis shows that she was human and may have had a previously unknown bone disorder. My God. You just been keeping that thing for that long? How's Jinjee? He looks okay? For those of you who don't have cats, they almost vomit, if not do vomit, every once in a while. Seriously, looks like a skeleton from the dollar store. He looks okay. You know what? Jason sent this to me in several emails, and I just replied to him saying, bro, that's not an alien, you fool. You freaking fool. Krissy, you're such a good cat mom, jumping straight into action. I turned the camera off like a good dada. That's a $2 skeleton from the Spirit of Halloween. Mine just vomits salvia? Or saliva? Does it say salvia?
No, it says saliva.
Was a cat's vomit salvia in
Slovenia? Are your eyes still really dry, yet wet from the eye drops?
Yeah, okay. And the text is... I need big text.
You need readers.
I got old man eyes. I can only do so much. I'm just like, oh, did I say that wrong?
That's too damn bad!
We only got one more article. Only one more. And it's actually I thought it was happy. I thought it was a happy thing that most of us will probably never get the luxury to receive. But this particular bank did something good for somebody. This is an old man from Australia. He's an elderly National Bank depositor. And he had nearly 500,000 Aussie dollars returned to him out of the bank's pockets. So this particular gentleman unfortunately suffers from dementia, and the bank, he was tricked by scammers into revealing his banking information, which, you know, it has happened to a lot of people. When an inquest was found that the bank should have been able to detect this and stop it, they decided to reimburse the 78-year-old Alex Shaw of all of the money that was taken from him, which was roughly $460,000, which he had accumulated through, his working life, for his, retirement life. But yeah, there were several lump sums transferred between $10,000 and $25,000. And yeah, after about 3 months, he lost everything. But once they spoke to the bank representatives, they kind of worked through it to figure it out that there should have been a greater security around this, or not this particular person, but in general. And now they've set up a power of attorney and everything like that and got it all taken care of. But like, can you imagine that's less possible than those aliens being real, right? So I'm
glad that they helped him.
Yeah, it was actually when I had read it.
Makes me sad.
I mean, you can see it came from the Good News Network. I can just there's a lot of people who don't get it reimbursed, and banks take the absolute easy way out to say,
use a credit union.
Would credit unions help with that? I don't know. I just assume you need some kind of insurance or something.
I know the credit union, like my grandpa banked only at the credit union because they're different than like typical banks. I don't really understand.
Well,
how.
I know it's
but it has more to do with like,
it's more of a localized, like a co-op as opposed to a national thingy.
Yeah, they're owned by its members.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure at this day and age that just means that they're robbing Peter to pay Paul until they get bought by a bigger bank.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I know. I never fully understood. I just, no one in my family banked at the credit union where we are, and the people I knew that lived in smaller towns that used credit unions had trouble taking out money in other places sometimes.
I remember, like, so my main kind of experience with credit union wasn't necessarily my experience with credit union. It was the person I was dating at the time. So that we were from Saskatchewan, obviously, and I was living in Alberta, and they were like out there living with me in Alberta, and they banked at the credit union in Saskatchewan. And to be able to access any of their banking stuff was like a huge hassle, because there was a credit union in Lethbridge, but it was like its own kind of separate thing. So like, to be able, like, I just remember it being like a huge fucking headache. Like, he was able to deposit checks there, but like the rigmarole that he had to go through was like, it was a lot more difficult than like for me who banked at TD Canada Trust, right? Like, I could just go to any Canada Trust.
Yeah, I was with them, but then I remember why I switched. Yeah. It's kind of like I don't know, they're all kind of the same shit, different pile. I
used to have an account at RBC as a kid, but that's only because they had this RBC child account, and you got a free $5 for opening an account. So I was like, ooh, free $5.
Yeah.
I can buy so many candies with that.
I remember at one point they were giving away like strange like I don't know, iPhone cases to sign up and shit, and there, or like 8 Chromebooks or something to get people to switch. Philip, those are cryptos. You were in a credit union as a teen, a soup withdrawal. Yeah, I remember that. If I open an account, can I have a famous one? So this is actually Mr. Levity sent this in. Maybe we'll check this out here. What's going on? Sir Norman Fry compilation. Little Britain.
I saw a young Rastafarian gentleman on the side of the road. As one of my constituents, I felt it my duty to stop.
That guy.
Oh, he's in the cooking.
Yeah, he's
Great British Cooking Show.
That, he played Rebel Wilson's like weird brother in that one movie. I can't remember what movie that was, but it was like everyone's kind of like first like.
During the journey,
no, wasn't he on
Matt
Who?
Lucas? That's his
Wasn't
name.
he on Doctor Who?
He was in Doctor Who. He's also a host on the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
Nat Lucas, that's his
Noel Fielding.
Yeah.
Nearby alleyway, so that I could safely reach into the glove compartment and take out a Murray Mint. At this point, I fell on top of him, and I regret to say, a part of my body accidentally entered him. I needed to go to the toilet, so I went to one that I knew would be open at 3 in the morning. Upon my arrival, I met two men, Carlos and Eduardo, who invited me into their cubicle to talk to them about government policy. I slipped on the wet floor and became sandwiched between the two men, in a position that the arresting officer informed me is known as a spit rose. To join a group of gentlemen at a party in Brighton, where I was planning to give a talk about
Look how far the
education
family is
reform.
away now.
However, shortly after my arrival, my clothes accidentally fell off. At that moment, I slipped on a glacé cherry and landed inside one of the men. As far as I'm concerned, that is the end of the matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, accidents do happen. Mistakes are slippery. Floors.
Sometimes as a man, you slip and you fall and you end up inside someone.
We know this.
Yes.
We know science.
Yep.
It's happened.
Whoops.
Most of us wouldn't be here today
It's true how most children are conceived.
without slippery floors and accidental penetration.
Yeah. Life finds a way.
Alrighty, yo, that was a good laugh. Oh, I really got to use the washroom.
That also reminded me of that one show we watched called, like, I think it was called Ghosts, and it's like a British comedy show. And there's that one ghost that was a British politician that died in the middle of like doing drugs and having sex. So he just like has a shirt and underwear on.
Ghosts.
Yeah,
It's called. Yeah,
it was quite funny.
it's a good show. It's one of those ones that was funny. They did it well in the land of the British,
Yeah,
and then
then
the U.S. one sucked.
Yeah, the Americans were like,
absolutely.
"Oh, let's make our own version
So
of it," and
freaking
it
bad.
sucks. Yeah,
It's
bad.
The British one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think there was a new season we hadn't watched, but
that's true. I think you're.
there's probably like 24 shows we've said that about.
Yeah.
I think there's a new season we didn't watch.
We're just deep in our Dragon Ball. Well, we did finish GT.
We finished the Gujita. We're moving on to
Ending of
Super?
GT fucking sucked.
So far, the ending of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT sucked.
Dragon Ball had the best ending because it just went right into Z.
It's we're compiling. We're compiling evidence before we pass decisions or pass judgment upon the characters, like they're real people.
Yeah, like they're real people.
Yes, real people, court of justice. You guys, I started watching Good Omens. Yeah, it is
it's
good.
so good.
That's,
we have to watch season 2.
there was another season
Yeah.
of that show we haven't watched.
Yeah, we've only watched season 1.
Absolutely.
God bless David Tennant. He does the Lord's work.
Technically, no, he doesn't. Not in that show. He does the devil's work. I'm pretty sure he's the devil one. Devil child, devil child. You guys, you devil children, you have a great day today. I think we're going to take off. We got to go get some water, like the big drinking water.
Oh. Okay.
And stuff. We get that out of the river.
The river?
River water.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Ciao, kiddles. You guys have a wonderful day. Everybody.
Everybody.
Well, I build
this road. Also, I realized yesterday after stream that my entire life I've thought that that song by Depeche Mode was they were singing "Reach Out and Touch Me," but it's "Reach Out and Touch Faith." Just need to correct myself from yesterday. I've been living a fucking lie my entire life. I thought the lyrics was "Reach out and touch me," but it's "Reach out and touch faith."
And unless Faith is a person, ask first.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Faith Hill. Don't just go touching Faith Hill. Yeah. All right, you limersons. Have a great day. We will see you soon.
It's a common misheard lyric. Great. I'm glad.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Oh, sorry. Take care, everybody. Much love to you. See you soon.
Bye.